Delia, last October I got in touch and Ray Darcy was looking for you, Radio Ulster, and I thought, this is crazy. Like, you know, it's fantastic. They've come all this way to figure out, oh, that lady in Greystones did these costumes in this movie that's getting a lot of attention. Yeah. But in the last few weeks, everybody on the planet.
It's mad.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like New York Times the other day, you've got Channel 4, you've got RTL in Europe.
The Daily Mail.
One Hour on BBC. These are huge international kind of, you know, outlets. Are you sort of able to understand, oh, I know why they're getting in touch, because...
Why they're getting in touch?
Yeah.
I really don't understand, because to me, at the end of the day, it's still just a knitted jumper to me.
Right. But you see, you say that...
Because I'm so used to doing them.
Right. But you say that in your attention to detail, you were looking at old photographs of early 20th century fishermen for the Banshees film. You would probably be one of the few that would have that attention to detail, that you'd have that passion and love to get
well, yes, I have
right.
to do it exactly as it is in the photograph.
That's why they're getting in touch.
That's...
Yeah. But has it been a bit of a, I don't know, it's obviously a thrill and it's a wonderful thing, but has it been a bit sort of vertigo to think that people around the world are getting in touch to talk to you about your knitting?
Yeah, I can't understand so much interest.
Right. Yeah.
Especially kind of it's worldwide now at this stage.
Yeah, well that's it. Like,
I mean, the German RTL.
Yeah.
And coming over.
And when you hit the New York Times and the Daily Mail came over, they flew over just to be able to interview you at the camera, and they were the ones, we should point out that they made a donation to Greystones Cancer Support.
They were the only ones made, and not the only ones, Craft Fix.
Okay.
The blogger lady.
Yeah.
Janine, she made a donation.
Lovely, because this is very important to you, because I know talking to you even in 2017, the one thing, you didn't take a fee for that particular job, you just said if they made a donation to Greystones Cancer.
Little Women.
Little Women, which is probably a shock to most people in the Hollywood industry, because people don't tend to donate their fee to a charity.
Yeah, but I donate from all of them.
Right.
I donate some.
Yeah.
Whatever I do.
That's fantastic.
It's just, they were good to me when Paddy was sick.
Yes.
It's my way of repaying.
Well, it's a fantastic thing, because I mean they're beautiful people, they're wonderful people, but they obviously need.
They need help. They need there's so many people out there now that are sick and in need of taxis.
Yes.
For treatment, and.
Well, they'll be delighted now to know that you're a Hollywood favourite. They've got an inside woman who's part of Tinseltown. Do you feel connected, given all the work you were wrapped around Christian Bale for 5 months, you were swapping needles with Emily Watson, and then you've been Meryl Streep as well. All these fantastic films that you've been involved in. Do you sort of feel it's normal at this stage for you to be called
Yes,
up?
it's just normal now. It's just another challenge.
Wow.
Let's say.
Yeah. And is it a challenge in I'm just wondering if you get nervous, because you're very, very good at what you do, and obviously they're coming to you because you've got that special something that they need. Does that in any way make you nervous that, oh, can I do justice to their faith?
Oh no, it doesn't make me nervous.
Right.
I will spend time working it out on paper first.
Right.
Starting and ripping back, and when it gets going then and I get the size right, it's fine. It's grand. So I try to get it as near as possible to the photograph. Right.
Well, you just want to be as authentic as possible, and not often, in a way, it's going to be better, obviously, than a photograph, because here it is in real life. It's actually created, and it's all a bit Jurassic Park, but you're bringing things back to life that were possibly not forgotten, but they're certainly fading away for a lot of people.
The photographs, some of the photographs now can be, those photographs were black and white. And you know when they're blown up so much.
The pixels start to rip the detail apart.
Yes,
you don't see the blur.
It does. And I still use the magnifying glass to try to figure out what kind of stitch it was.
I should ask, and maybe we did touch on this before, but the beginnings of this, was it a family thing? Was it your mom? Was it your dad? Anybody who sort of first introduced you to this world? Or
no, a teacher in school. In the national school.
Can you remember her name? Or
Cleary, Miss Cleary, we used to call her.
I don't know what her
we didn't know their first names way back then.
Yeah, yeah. Was it an instant kind of trigger for you?
Yes, I had an interest all my life in it.
And from a child's kind of beginnings, I don't know how quickly it became something, like a skill, like there's something you knew that you're actually good at.
Yes, I knew I could do it.
Right.
And I like to start something different.
And would this be like in teenage years, your first, I don't know when your first creation, say, happened?
Yes, in my teenage years, I remember knitting cardigans for myself from Women's Weekly patterns.
Right, same as my mom now, she'd be at that too.
So kind of self-taught from that on in.
Because I get the impression that your ability to just go beyond, it's not like somebody's showing you the pattern anymore. You can actually figure out, because you're looking at a photograph and you're getting, reversing what you see back to how that actually happened.
Yeah.
That's a major skill.
I'm kind of good at copying.
Right, right.
I can copy bought stuff.
Nice. Well, Hollywood like that, because that's what they're out for, is to find somebody who can recreate something that's gone, something that's past.
Yeah, it's just something kind of comes natural.
And is it something that you, I know it was 1997, 98 when Reign of Fire happened, and that sort of brought you into that world, but up to that point, were you very regularly kind of in that?
I was. I knitted for a lady up in Kilmacany.
Oh, nice. Right.
And
would you be in shops, or was it just private people would just sort of get in touch and ask to make something?
No, she was knitting, she was doing the knitwear for different shops.
Okay,
she had
so
her
she was
own
applying.
knitters,
Gotcha,
and I was one of them.
Right, right. And you've obviously not thought about this in a money way, because it's, somebody with that kind of skill, you could create your own line and you could be supplying, major stores.
Yes, if I was young enough.
But when you think of the evokers and all that, this world, they kind of love if somebody's making the real deal Aran sweaters or the real deal old fisherman sweaters. Did it ever cross your mind that, oh, this could be a living, I could make a life?
No, I was too old when all this
Hollywood stuff kicked in? Or?
Yeah.
Right,
yeah.
Right. But see, that's
I mean, I'm surprised I'm still able to do it.
Well, that's the thing, the skill just seems to be perfectly, it's not like the age has anything to do with that skill. Like it would be something that you could, obviously you don't want to be running around trying to do deals and all that, but the actual making.
Yes, I'm enjoying this now because I only do, it's not constant.
You choose.
It's not constant. It's only when they're looking for someone.
Right, right.
Like there mightn't be another film now for, it's 1.5 years since I did the Banshee sweaters.
Okay, okay.
Because it took 1 year for the film to come.
Right. But is there, I'm guessing because we've got a film campus here in Greystones, we've got obviously Ashford and all that, there must be a sense that you'll be in demand more and more as time progresses.
Yes, I'm getting too old, Paul.
But the joy of it, like,
it's keeping my brain active.
Right, because it is a joyful thing, I would think, when you've created that kind of work. Yeah.
Well, I saw the jumper Colin Farrell wore last week when we were on Channel 4.
Right.
Ema brought it, and I was looking at it and did I need that? Because when I was knitting it, I was sick of it.
Because I wonder, when is the real joy? Is it sometimes people like the beginning of the work because it's almost like a joyful thing that you're throwing yourself into the water and you're going to get through all this.
Yeah.
Some people love it when it's over and they can look at it. Is it, I don't know if there's a point for you that's particularly thrilling, like getting there as opposed to...
When it's sewn up and it's all folded up and ready.
Right, right.
Yeah. And you look and say, that's pretty good.
Well, there must be that pride in the work that you're doing because, these people aren't, amateurs. They need a certain quality.
Oh, they do. Everything has to be...
Well, it has to be perfect.
Exactly,
really.
the measurements.
Yeah.
They're very, very...
But that's got to be a great satisfaction for you because most people in the line of work, don't get that sort of precision, result.
You can knit it up, just say, well, that'll fit.
Yeah,
no, it has to be the exact...
I think you're talking about my mom now when she's knitting, it'll fit.
Yeah.
You'll grow into it.
Yeah. You get shoulder measurements, you get...
Sure.
arm to elbow, wrist to elbow. You get all these type of.
And you couldn't get Colin Farrell to come here and do a fitting?
No, that was disappointing.
You think he's a perfect. What sort of actor is he? If he wouldn't come to your house to make sure it all fit perfectly, you would think that's such an easier thing than doing all the measurements. And so when it comes to
at least I got a mention on the red carpet.
Oh, you did? You got a shout out. Oh, that's fantastic. Well, you see, that's the thing. I'm amazed at how much, and we should say Dennis Darcy as well, our 80-year-old tailor. He was heavily involved too.
He is
a wonderful, wonderful man to be, at that stage too, to be making such great work. But it's the fact that these people want to shine the light towards, yourself and others who are doing beautiful work that people may not know about or wouldn't necessarily know about otherwise.
I suppose it is great for older people.
That'd be great for any age.
You can still do things.
Oh, well, that's true. Yes. I'm so sorry.
We're not completely helpless.
Not completely. No, you're getting there, but not completely.
I'm getting there, but I'm not.
So I wonder now whether you'd be, actively right now if you're sort of on a movie, or whether these things you need time to rest between them. Because I'm guessing though, especially with the recognition from Banshee, that people are going to be knowing who you are and whether
I've different designers have
been approaching.
Yes, it's not just with Emer anymore.
Right. There you go.
There's different.
So is that very satisfying, or
it is?
Yeah.
It is, but priority would still go to the one
that
I've been with.
The original.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, we got to say, amazing work, and we'll show again above this video examples of it and all that. But yeah, I'm just delighted that there is, and we'd always sort of known that you were doing these works in Hollywood movies, but this is exceptional, just to have New York Times, Channel 4, BBC, people like that knocking on your door because they also want to talk to you about what you're doing. It's just fantastic.
The neighbours will wonder what I'm up to.
Well, it's the limousine you have. I don't know why you got a limousine now, but you need it. I suppose you need to get to the shops.